Morning guys, it's Jeff with HKS Systems. We're just going to show you a little bit of the tools that we use in our trade for gaining entry into safes that have either malfunctions or lost combinations or unknown combinations. These are the scopes. The scopes are used to gain entry into the lock case and use a scope just like a doctor would use on your knee to look in there and see what's going on. They come in different shapes and sizes, but these are the daily carry set that we carry with. Most of these scopes are medical grade scopes, so they're pretty expensive. You're looking anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a scope almost all the time. These are the smaller ones that we use. They're typically up to a 10-inch door, which is pretty much what we do 90% of the time. We do have scopes all the way up to 6 feet. But you don't really run into those very often. They're used for certain applications of vaults or something like that, but very rarely used. But we do have them if you ever needed that service. The one thing I would like to point out is the scopes come in different diameters as well as different angles. So what that is meaning is the diameters, these are small diameter. 2.7 millimeter is the typical small one, which is, if you're looking at that, it's about the thickness of an actual nickel, probably even thinner than that. Very, very tiny, very thin. The next size up would be a 4 millimeter, which is a little bit bigger. You're probably looking about a 3/16 inch hole. It's not very big either, but it's a step up for the next one. The problem you find is when you drill into a safe, although ideally you always want to use the smallest hole you could get, it's just like trying to sip through a straw. The thinner diameter, the less light tends to be able to go through and the less ability to see. So sometimes it's fine to use a small diameter, otherwise you do have to get a larger diameter to be able to have the light that you could see to gain access into the safe and see exactly what you need to see. Unfortunately, that's part of the thing, is there's less light fibers in these smaller ones, so less light fibers equals less amount of light to go down the tube. They are made of glass and then they're finished in obviously metal for the exterior of them. It's a very neat system, and like I said, most of these are medical grade, and then they also come with a well, you have to buy them, but a light source. The light source is very important. It's hooked up into the actual base of the scope. You can see it just screws on, holds stationary, and this is a 30 degree, 25 or 30 degree. So what the degree system is, let me just pan down here, is based on 0 is a perfectly straight line from here, there to down there, and then as they become further and further, you're going to get degrees of being able to see. So this is a 25 degrees. So when you scope through the hole, it's actually going to be looking, instead of straight this way, it's going to be actually looking down this way. They come in all different sizes of diameters and different degrees. Typically what you're going to use is a 0, which is a straight view, or a 70, which is almost perfectly a 90. 90 is ideally what you want, but there's not a lot of those out there. I do have them. I have a couple of them actually, but they're not too common. For whatever reason, medical field always uses 70 degrees, which is close to 90. 90 is ideal when you go into a case. You'll be able to go right in, stick a scope above it, and actually look straight down, just like a periscope would. But unfortunately they're not always available. So these are 60, 70 degrees, 25 degrees, 45 degrees, all different degrees depending on what you need. And then, like I said, the light source is used to actually shoot light through the actual chamber. It's a very nice system. The more light you could get down there, the easier it is for your job to be able to see things. Once again, sometimes these doors are 10 inches, 12 inches thick, and you're putting a little tiny hole down there, and you need to get all the light you can. and that'll allow you to dial open the safe and use the ability to decode, and then just open up the safe, give the customer the combination, and be on your way. Obviously repair the safe if that's part of the gig. So if you need services, we provide safes. Mostly gun safes is a real specialty we like to do. Very good at it, been doing it for years. Very minor issues as far as hurting anything. It's just literally very, very thin hole, and typically we could get those open, repair them, and you would never even know we're there. 99% of the time for the actual locks, they're going to be holes behind the actual diameter of the face. So we would remove the dial ring, and then all the holes would be behind there, so even when we repair it, once it's done and repaired, you can actually not see it because it'll all be behind here. So you'll never even see it's there. And like I said, it's something we're specialized in, and we enjoy doing that work. If you need that kind of service, please give us a call, 847-204-7046. Thank you.